Hello dear friends, so here's my review of Polymaker PolyLite PETG. You see, here it is. They were so kind to send me a roll of this material because they were happy with the first review I did for them, and I received this roll in May. And now it's December, so it took me quite a while. So in the past I printed figurines, not really useful things. And for PETG I thought I should print some practical stuff. So let's talk about the properties first. It is available in 1.75 and 2.85 millimeters, so that's the standard. You can print it between 230 and 240. Then the print speed is between 40 and 90 millimeters per second. And the bed temperature should be around 80. I printed it on my Prusa, which is down here on the floor. And also here on this big thing, which is the Craftbot 3. There I have a Kapton tape. Yeah, I put on some blue tape, you know, these painter's tape here. That works quite nicely. Yeah, or you just try to apply some glue. You know, here I have some liquid paper glue or magic glue. Yeah. But most of the parts I printed on the Prusa. There I used this PEI sheet, textured one, and that really worked well. The roll, which is also standard, comes in these boxes here. But what I like about Polymaker is that they always include a small little data sheet, which gives you all the informations, you know, and this is what I just read to you. I tried to sand it. I was curious because, you know, if you bend it, it's quite flexible. I can show you here with a vase that I printed. You see, it's quite flexible and it doesn't break. Yeah, so that's quite nice. So the only two really decorative things I printed were these two vases. The first one, it is quite complicated surface structure. I printed it at 230 millimeters. I printed it at 240 degrees, and there I even used the smooth build plate from that comes with the Prusa, and as you see, it worked. Yeah. And if you look very close, I don't know, I will have to print this again, if it is the surface of this vase or if it is the material. I was not so happy. Yeah, and I printed other stuff and I thought, that's kind of stringy and typical PETG. And then I tried to dry it. I thought, okay, maybe if, it got a little bit damp or humid in the factory when it was produced, so I dried it in my furnace, my kitchen furnace, and that did the magic, because afterwards it printed much better. So if you have some stringing going on, please try that and see if it makes some difference. Of course, also the retraction should be set up in the right way. Maybe if you are printing too hot, it could also lead to stringing. And take care to set the part cooling fan not to 100%, but rather to 50%. Great. So let's come to the stuff that I printed. I chose again gray because I just like it, you know. So the practical stuff. See here. I hope I will be able to find all the files that I printed, because as I started printing in May and finished maybe 2 weeks ago, I hope I will find all the files that I used during this amount of time. I printed some clips because I always need some for the kitchen, and they came out really nice. At that time I didn't have a deburring tool, so let me see if that works. It should work really nice because I have tried on other models. So you see it's really easy to deburr. I also tried here with this micromotor. I filmed myself. I will try to put it somewhere here so you can see it. It is really easy to grind on it. Do not use a high speed. Do it at a real low speed. You can. I use tungsten carbide burrs. Let's see. I'll show you. Yeah, something like that, or even rougher. And then I also tried something, you know, like this here. This is a rubber. This one makes a shiny surface, and this one is really for smoothing it. Yeah, this is typical dental technician, so that really works nice. It didn't smear, but as I said, as long as you use a low speed. I tried the same thing with PLA, and there it doesn't work really. And yeah, I took some sandpaper and I smoothed the surface using sandpaper. That also works really fine. So I'm really happy with this material. So let's take a look at the other things that I did. So here, this is the vase that is very popular on my mini factory. I think I downloaded it. So let's take here the box. Of course, I also produced some spaghetti. Yeah, I think that happens once in a while. I don't know what went wrong there. I put it on. I blame it on my myself that I did something wrong. Then yeah, those guys that have cats. You know, it's always a problem if your cat doesn't finish, and it stinks then afterwards, you know, when you put it in the refrigerator. So I found this very smart tool here. You just clip it on the container here, and then you can close it. You could also use it on a yogurt, or any other containers that have this rim here. Yeah, so it's really nice. Then what happened to me already for the second time, you know, I like to bake, as you see here. Yeah, I will talk about that later. I don't know if these are also available in the US, but I guess so. Very nice to use in the kitchen, but also for cleaning the vat on your resin printer. And you know, the handle has a flaw here. It always breaks after a while. Yeah, so it's not, the design is not very nice. So I created a new one in Fusion 360, and there you go. See, it just, or I think I already glued it in place, so it doesn't go off anymore. But you just slip it in, and there you go. And you see it's flexible. And in comparison to the other one, this one will not break, because this one got brittle after a while. Then, yeah, this is not really a practical print, but I always love this. It's very satisfying stuff. And on the back side, I think other materials would also get fluffy, you know, a little bit micro stringy down there. But it's really nice, you know. Then, just talking about the cookies, I needed a cookie cutter. I have cookie cutters in I don't know how many forms, but I didn't have a circle. So I created myself a cookie cutter. Good thing here, again, it's flexible, it's thin. Yeah, we don't want to have a thick edge down here, because then we have to push down a lot. And so I made a cookie cutter for this cookie here. And yeah, tastes really nice. If somebody wants the recipe, I will translate and send it to you. Then we also have here this nice snail. Normally it's for business cards or notes, but you see, you can also put in this here. Then, you know, this is really, really tough. It, you know, it doesn't matter with which filament style, which kind of filament you use. And I thought I will give it a try. It's kind of tricky to close, but it's not the material, it is the, I don't know how to call it, the closing, the mechanism to close it. It's a little bit tough. Yeah, I would have to ask my husband, but as you see here, yeah, it looks quite nice. Then, you know, lots of clips. I like these clips here. This is a dinosaur, a small dinosaur. Yeah. Yeah, fun stuff, you know, for the office. Yeah, or these, I don't know if you know these, just to prove that it doesn't break, you know, you can really push to put the paper in between and nothing will happen. Or these little critters here. Yeah, so this is, and this one here I printed accidentally at a much higher temperature. I think this was the first one I printed right after I assembled my Prusa. And yeah, even though I printed it too hot, it came out really nice. Then, yeah, bolts, and a screw. Yeah, just to see that quality is really nice. Then the bridge, you know, the hangover test, you know, and it shows that up to 45 degrees it's okay, but everything above that you should really support. Then the bridging test, you know, this is these test pieces are from the Maker, you know, Maker magazine. I don't remember, did I download it on Thingiverse or a Mini Factory? I don't remember. I will put it underneath. And as you see, the bridging works nicely. I think it's okay, yeah. Then the retraction test, the tips get kind of fluffy. I printed all these on 230 because yeah, because 240 would have been too hot. Then these zip ties, and again, as you see here, yeah, you cannot break it. It's really flexible, and you don't see any marks here where you bent it. It stays as it is. Yeah, this was a failure. This was a box, and I guess I should have supported it better. And you know, the lid there, it broke off. It was my fault. I also printed these containers, and so it's very, as you see, very flexible. And then you just roll them together and close them. So, and you know, the PI sheet, the textured one, gives a nice surface. It looks really great. They're available in different sizes. Oh. I also printed a version with magnets, but I didn't put them in there. And what is really, really nice, this was the second model I printed, is this here. It consists of different pieces that you have to put together. There's a instruction, and yeah, it really works. And as you see again, it's everything works flawlessly. I really fell in love with this material, and I definitely will buy some more. I really wasn't a friend of PETG before in the past, because I tried another one and it was stringy like hell. I didn't like it at all. And then I said, okay, no, I will stick to PLA. But as this is so easy to print, I will buy some more. So this here is a business card, kind of little thing that you can send with a letter, for instance, and then comes a dinosaur. So I guess that's almost, yeah, that's everything, almost everything that I did here. Alligator. So, and this one here. Great. And yeah, I'm looking forward to hear what you think about the material if you have tried it yourself. And yeah, I'm looking forward to buying some more, maybe in different colors. I will check if they have more in the meantime, because as I said, this was sent to me here in May. Maybe they have more colors in the meantime. Great. So I hope you liked it, and yeah, nothing more to say. Just bye bye.